This is America. This is Americana's grandson. And this video is appropriate for adults by maturity, not adults by age. So please proceed consensually with your attention. So, this month of my life has brought forward something so clear to me. And it's this. It takes a sad spirit to ask a big soul to take up less space. In 3 movements. The first movement. 2 homosexual women know a man that they trust and appreciate. And they ask him to donate his seed for their child. No commitment obligation, no financial obligation, no spiritual leadership obligation, no friendship to them and the child obligation, to raise his seed from their womb, the country God creates. That is something so many people have a hard time imagining. But in all the fighting and the hustle and bubble and the odds and the ends, the notions and sundries, all of it under the sun and under the moon, the person who wants the whole world to live under the confines of their religious imagination because their hard work matters to them, and because they don't want their hard work not to matter forever. But all they can do is give you hellfire and brimstone spirituality, evangelical convert-oriented religion, Christian white nationalism, and they have control over heterosexual community and social life, homosexual community and social life. That's the first movement. Some people's sad spirit cannot imagine a world outside of getting religion. And that's them. Second movement. All the fantasies we've ever had as people. Let me pause and say, shout out to Esther Perel and the work she's doing for humanity. The second movement is all of our sexual fantasies that are what they are, no judgment, adults by maturity only, not just by age. All of our fantasies, not judging them. All the things people want to enjoy and let other people enjoy with them. There's a deep part of me that understands like how vulnerable it is to be alive and be a human. And from the soil conditions of the country we're from, because country is nothing but what was coming up out back on our mama's nose. My mama is the only country I'm from. God and my mama worked on that. My dad's seed only did my dad's seed's part. And I have to work just like my dad did or didn't, just like his dad did or didn't, all the way back. All of our fantasies. I can look without judgment at what people wish to enjoy as a reflection of false separation, being separated from nature, being separated from nurture. Excuse me. The fantasies, I have empathy for where our romantic life comes from. Friendly love, erotic love, agape love, love of wisdom, all the loves in the blue and the green, all the loves together. When we're disconnected from the country we're from and what our mother and our grandmother and our great-grandmother and our great-great-grandmother, when we're disconnected from what all these women are working on, the fantasies that come, I can see those emerging from our soil conditions. And what earth are we from? What soil are we from? When we say dust to dust, are we just religious when we say dust to dust? Or is it all in the spirit? None of this. None of this. It's all in the spirit. Or what are we saying when we say dust to dust? Ashes to ashes. When we say God took dirt and formed Adam, Eve, the demon we make Eve into. That's the second movement. The third movement is, in my life, to be about my work, my Southern Americana. I am Americana's grandson in my artistry and all of my story keeping and wisdom keeping. I am a Southern Americana vanguard, stewarding the culture I was given to steward in the South. And to keep going as myself with my work, the woman who wants to partner with me and create a child from that place, knowing that the world produces all these fantasies and some people who want to do child rearing different than the GOP, Christian white nationalists, evangelicals, convert-oriented spirituality, 2,000 years of not learning from human behavior. A generation that knew not Jesus, but we swear we know Christ. The third movement is, I want my partner like that, but only if she wants it too. Only if she wants it too. Otherwise, from a non-judgmental place, a sad spirit will ask a big soul to take up less space because they can't understand human nature. They can't understand from the vast wealth of our human experience that what Esther Perel is talking about is as relevant as her parents who survived the Holocaust. When she was a little girl, her friends, I heard her say her friends would ask one another, are your parents talkers or not talkers? My mom understood that. And Papa went to war to do his part. And this group of people can't imagine why seeing a billionaire saluting like the people my Papa went to war with, and so many of our grandfathers and fathers and uncles and nephews in the South. In the South. Where does Southern culture come from in this world? In the South. Excuse me. Papa and all of my elders' family went to war, and this group cannot imagine why what a billionaire did behind the presidential sill is just a little bit offensive. A sad spirit will ask a big soul to take up less space. And the only thing I can do better than what I just said is a friend told me, what do we do for sad people besides make room? That's my blues. Making room for other people while being myself is just how it looks in the only country I'm from, my mama. European American descendants, we need to go back and get us. Because this country ain't white and it ain't from the Caucasus regions. You got to know my mama and my mama. And if you're not celebrating with us, it's not deep. But it's that deep.